To create text in After Effects, it's not too difficult. Make sure that you have your 15 tutorial selected. Now this one's the one that's 15 seconds long. First, let's start out by dragging in the different things we've already created. We've got the first layer, or the first scene is going to be the titles with the words swimming fish on them, right? And the next one will be our actual 13, which has the fish themselves. We don't want it to start on 0. We want it to start on 5. So we'll go to 5, and we will go ahead and drag so that it will probably snap, see? There, so it starts right there. And then the next one we're going to start is going to start at 10. But we don't have it made yet. So what we want to do is we want to make text, and I've got my CTI, my current time indicator there at number 10. You can see it says 10. I'm going to go to Layer, New, and I'm going to do Text. Okay, and it's a text layer. It's right now going all the way across, but we will drag it to where it's just starting. Okay, there's a cursor there, and all I have to do, I've got my text tool selected, all I have to do is start typing. And if right now it's going to be Myriad Pro, and let's go ahead and make it Helvetica again so that it will match everything else. So we'll go to Helvetica, and it's going to be bold. I don't know if I need it to be bold, but let's leave it bold. That'll be fine. It's going to be 72 point. I think I want it larger than that, so I'm going to drag it up to 100 point. And then the color, I'm going to choose a color that I had sort of a burnt orange for the last one, so let's get that sort of same type of color. Pretty close there. Okay, and now we just start typing, and I'm going to type the end. There it is, and now it's got a black background, which is not so great. So here's the end. Let's see if we can go ahead and put in something behind that. So let's get a nice new layer and have it be a solid color. And oh, here's a nice medium gray royal blue solid 1. That looks good. I'll say okay. And once again, it comes in at the top, so we'll drag it behind. And there's our title, The End. Now we could animate that if we wanted to. We could say, okay, let's have it do a transform, and here's animate here. We could have it animate in with a blur. We could have tracking. We could do all these different things. So let's try animating in with opacity, and we'll start out with it at transform, opacity, fill color. We'll click on opacity, and we'll take it down to, let's say, 0, and then we will go up to 11 seconds, let's say, and we will drag it up to 100. Okay? And now let's Command S. Okay, so now when we've got it all set up the way we want it to, we'll close the flyout, and let's take the other 2 layers and put them in front. Okay. Okay, and now let's go ahead and let's check and see what we got going here. So, hit the space bar, swimming fish. There they're swimming. And there's the end. Very simple. Okay, and now we will stop the RAM preview by hitting spacebar. We'll go back to 0. We'll file, save, and we'll go ahead to composition, and whatever composition you're on is the one that's going to be making a movie. Make sure you're on the composition here. Composition, make movie. Go ahead and set your output module for H.264. Makes an MP4 file. And now we want to make sure it's outputting to 15 tutorial. Click on that. It brings up the window. You can see where it's going. This is where I want it to go. It's going into the correct folder. And now file format, correct file format. And now I will save it and it will make the movie. We'll say render. And there it makes its little noise, meaning I'm done. Let's go back to the 13 tutorial and make sure that we've got 13 tutorial rendered out. Check the settings, output module, H.264, check the location. It's going to the correct place. Okay. Make sure that everything's going in there, and it's going to overlay the other one that I've already done, but I will do it again and replace. And now render. So you see, you can put them into the render queue in any order, and you can make sure that the settings are correct, and then when you hit the render button, it will go through and just render everything that is in the render queue. Once it's been rendered, you have to reset it to render again if you want to do that. But right now we're done. So let's just make sure we save this and quit. And there you go.